Good day, everyone. I'm Trish Truimpho Sullivan, and I'm here with your ART1A Art History Lecture number 1. What is art history? Well, let's talk about that for just a sec. So, art appreciation is about the artwork itself. Art history is about the history of the artwork. Pretty cool, right? History of the artwork. Okay? But it's more than that. Art history, well, it's a direct reflection of the history of the area and the culture where it was created. So art history is history, or at least an aspect of history. So let's talk about this just for a little bit. What is art history? So, the study of art from the ancient world, basically, you know what? I'm going to write down this too. Art history is history. Art history is history. That's kind of important, right? And basically, the study of art from around the world, and from ancient to the present day, covers virtually every aspect of human history and experience, because it explores works of art not just as objects, okay, but as a way of understanding the world and the societies in which they were created. Visual art recounts the stories of our past, right? It gives an account of past events and allows us to look back and understand our civilization, how it evolved over the centuries. It's a way to know ourselves better, too. That's kind of an important thing because art reflects us. So studying art from the past teaches us how people have seen themselves and their world. It's the artist's unique perception and how they shared that perception with others. So art history provides us with a means by which we can understand our own humanity and its relationship to our present. Because the art of creating art, or the act of creating art, is one of us humans' most ubiquitous activities. We are telling a story about our past through art, right? It's the story of our past, but we see it through art. So we're learning a lot more because we're seeing it through pictures, right? So visual art also tells us a story about what area it comes from, right? During different historical periods, certain styles, motifs, and color palettes dominate. So even if experts don't know the exact artist and origin of a piece, they can often pin it to a particular moment in time, to a particular culture or region of the world, which is pretty darn cool, right? Historically significant works of art can reveal information about the culture of the period through their symbolism, colors, and materials. Analyzing artworks from the past and reviewing their details allows us to kind of rewind time, right? And experience what life was like in a time period different from our own, okay? It also can allow us to make connections to our present, to discover similarities, influences, and how far we've come as the human race. You'll find art history to be fun, interesting, and challenging. So, in preparation to learning the story of art, okay, we're going to cover appreciation, art appreciation, basic vocabulary, because we'll need that for describing and discussing art. So join me for our next lecture, because the history of art informs us as to who we are now. See you next time.